The sound of rain hit the window like shattered glass. She clutched the signed divorce papers, whispering, "What have I done?" But by the time she realized the truth, he was already gone. It started on an ordinary Tuesday, the kind of day you never think will change your life. Maya sat at the dining table, scrolling through her phone. Her husband, Daniel, was late again, another work emergency. When he finally walked in, drenched from the rain, he placed a takeout bag on the table. "Sorry, the meeting ran long," he said softly. She didn't look up. "You mean she kept you late again?" His eyes froze. "What are you talking about?" Maya shoved her phone across the table, a picture from a coworker's Instagram. Daniel at a restaurant with a woman, smiling, laughing. "She's your project partner, right? You didn't tell me dinners were part of the job." He stared for a long moment, rainwater dripping from his jacket. Then, quietly, he said, "Maya, I've been working late because I'm saving for the honeymoon you wanted. That dinner was her farewell. She's moving to another city." But the damage was done. Her trust had already cracked. And once it cracked, nothing he said could fix it. Days turned into weeks of silence. Maya stopped talking to him. She avoided his eyes, avoided his touch. One morning, Daniel placed an envelope on the counter. "If this is what you want," he said quietly, "I'll sign it." The divorce papers. Her heart sank, but pride spoke louder than love. She nodded, pretending she didn't care. A month later, she moved into a new apartment. At first, it felt like freedom. No arguments, no cold dinners. But nights were long, painfully quiet. One evening, while unpacking old boxes, she found Daniel's note. It was written on the back of a photo of them from their first anniversary. "You once told me love is about patience. I waited. But maybe some things aren't meant to survive the waiting." Tears blurred her vision. She picked up her phone and called him straight to voicemail. Weeks later, she found out he'd left town. A friend told her he'd sold the house, taken a new job abroad. Did he say anything about me?" she asked. Her friend shook her head gently. That night, she sat alone in her dark apartment, scrolling through his old messages. Voice notes of him laughing, texts saying, "Drive safe." Memories, that's all she had left. Then came the twist. A letter arrived, no return address. Inside was a wedding invitation. Not his colleague's. The same woman she'd accused him of cheating with. And in the envelope, a small photo, Daniel smiling, standing beside another woman, his new fiancée. She dropped the letter. Her hands trembled. That's when it hit her. He had moved on. All the late nights, the distance, the silence. They weren't proof of betrayal. They were signs of a man who had been slowly breaking, trying, and finally letting go. Maya sat by the window, staring at the storm. She whispered to herself, "He didn't leave me. I pushed him away." The camera pans out, the rain blurring her reflection against the glass. Her wedding ring lies on the table, next to her phone. The screen lights up, a new message from Daniel. "I hope you find peace, Maya. You deserve it." She covers her face, sobbing silently. Because peace was the one thing she'd traded away for pride. Sometimes the hardest goodbyes aren't the ones we choose. They're the ones we cause. Would you rather lose someone's love or live forever knowing you pushed it away?